To the west of Albuquerque is the remnant of a volcano that rose to about 14,000 feet before exploding 1.5 million years ago. On this flight, I guided two trike pilots, Mike and Mark, to the top of the mountain and around Cerro Mesa, the 8,000-foot plateau that extends about 25 miles to the northeast. Unfortunately, Mike and Mark's trikes are only visible as small specks in this video. Cerro Mesa has dozens of shallow lakes that appear during the summer monsoon season. The only one that is permanent is this one here, Laguna Redonda. On the north side of the plateau is a volcanic spire called Cerro Alesna. Alesna means awl, or leather punch in Spanish. We'll take a closer look at the awl later on. The eruption of Mount Taylor created a huge amphitheater that opens to the east. The crater is lava domes from later eruptions that are now covered with trees, and there's even a small ranch complex at the center. Mount Taylor is the highest point in this region. It's a familiar visual landmark on nearly all my flights. From the top of the mountain, we headed north towards Cerro Alesna. This peak is hidden from view and is unknown to most people. It looks impossible to climb. The crumbling basaltic rock is unstable and dangerous. I found no record of anyone climbing it on the internet. And I don't think anyone has because there's no summit cairn on top. To the north of Cerro Alesna is a small, steeply walled butte with ruins on top. The maps designate this canyon as Cliff Dwelling Canyon. Guess what I found under the ledge at the head of the canyon? I stumbled across this deep blue hole spring about 7 years ago. The spring is not on any maps and runs year-round. It never freezes in the winter, which leads me to think it's geothermal. About a half-mile away is a small settlement of ruins. I've often wondered about the fate of this village. I flew around the northeast corner of Cerro Mesa to a ruin marked as Banco de la Casa on the maps. A small gatehouse building guards a narrow bridge to an island mesa. The walls of the island and bridge are sheer cliffs 100 feet high. Archaeologists believe it was a Navajo stronghold occupied in the 1700s in the years after the Pueblo Revolt and Reconquest. It looks like 1 or 2 people at the gatehouse could hold off hundreds of attackers. I've noticed other fortress-type ruins built on top of steeply walled small buttes. A few miles west of the Mount Taylor Plateau is a butte of distinct red-colored rock. It's the only red butte in the area. I thought this butte was so cool looking that someone would have wanted to live on top of it. I made many flights over the top looking for ruins constructed by man. Finally, last year, I found a circular stone ruin. You should be able to spot it in this zoomed-in pass. In this final pass, the shadow of my trike goes right over the circle. Finally, check out this collection of 3-foot diameter balls in the Rio Puerco Valley. This video is captured by my wingtip mounted GoPro Fusion camera, shooting in 360 VR. If you liked the video, please subscribe and share the video with your friends. Until next time, this is Jeff at jeffsflightlog.com with a huge backlog of cool videos waiting to be edited.